Chapter 5 of The Schokken by Frederick Chambliss Weems. We do not wish to digress any further, or at least any further than necessary. We have dwelt on the fact that the raccoon was called by a pet name, even though it was not a pet, and that Weems distorts the picture of the actual reality by having only the youngest of the three sons called the raccoon by a name. This leads us to another little creature which plays its part in this adventure. Weems was faithful to reality here. He reports that there was a rabbit all the Weemses called Gunner. He was Frank's charge. A screened-in area for the rabbit to run in had been built, one assumes, by the scientist. This structure ran the short length of the lawn and, turning a right angle, its long length also. Weems's memory may have been playing tricks on him, however, so we may have to assume again that the truth has been misused and that actually the captive was confined to a length of ground which did not turn and which did not even run the short length of the lawn. One may doubt, indeed, that the rabbit had the freedom to run, inasmuch as the running was an event. Frank would shout, "Gunner's running!" One may say, well, perhaps whenever the boy noticed the rabbit running, he would draw attention to the fact. And yet Fred Weems always insisted that these times were always immediately preceded by a feeding of the rabbit. And yet one must concede that rabbits, unlike dogs and cats, do not race toward a bowl of food the moment it is set before them. And we know cats are even reluctant in this respect, and that a rabbit's taste of water, when distributed by human hands, is always from a little upside-down bottle with a little bead of water accessible only from the bent tube in which a rabbit tongue is inserted. This causes us to doubt that there were so-called feeding times. We do know the rabbit ran within its confines, but was it free to run the length of the confines at all times? Weems never says.